I have recorded this video for educational purposes only. Water heaters should only be installed by licensed plumbers. This video is to show you the steps to installing a residential hot water heater. I received a call last night from a customer. I was able to walk them through the steps of shutting that water heater down and scheduled the installation for today. I just picked up the new water heater from the supply house and I'm on my way to the job. I applied for the permit online and should receive notification that I have permission to do the work. But where this is a hot water heater and is considered an emergency installation, I can go ahead and do the work now. So I've arrived at the house. The house is Coach Carey's from Quincy High School. I went down into the basement, checked out where the water heater was, checked the stairs, checked the exits, checked to see where I could dump the water if there was. Luckily, he has a sub pump that we're going to dump the water into, and we're going to go from there. Here's your typical 40-gallon gas hot water heater. 1/2-inch water feed in and out, 1/2-inch gas feed. Here's your gas cock, ball valve, T&P valve, gas valve, and this is your drain. Most times these drains are nice and clear, but sometimes you'll have to free them from the sediment that collects at the bottom of the tank. Oh, I've got a screwdriver. Connect the hose to the bottom of the tank. Run the hose over to the sub pump. Always make sure that you check and ask the homeowner if the sub pump works properly. The last thing you want to do is flood a basement. Here's your old gas cock. You can see the line. Make it go perpendicular to the pipe. It's off. Most of these valves do not come with handles anymore due to the fact that they don't want homeowners doing their own work. Just put a screwdriver right here, if I can see it, and turn. That opens the valve. You can't hear any water yet because this tank is now air locked. Add air to the top of the tank and it should start to drain. There you go. All right, get into a crawl space. We got a different water meter. Where is it? There it is.
Another valve right here, Coach. I don't know if that.
Yeah, that's the house side. You know what? We're gonna get that too, so I don't drain all the water down. So this joint right here was leaking.
Yep.
Oh, I'm just cording it. I held back on the water meter right here, tighten this nut back up, and it's now done. This is the service valve. The last valve before you go out to the yard. If this doesn't want to move for you, never force it. So while this is draining down, we're going to start disconnecting a lot of these pipes. We have the cold water feed, the hot water outlet, the flue pipe, and the gas piping. A lot of the common tools that we'll need, right? We have channel locks, flathead screwdriver, pipe wrench, tubing cutter, and a tape measure, right? Some of the tools that we're going to use in this job in particular is we're going to use a ProPress gun. ProPress gun with a 1/2-inch head. So first thing we're going to do is disconnect the flue pipe. The screws are already taken out. So we're just going to remove one piece of flue pipe. Use a cutter, tubing cutter. And we're going to cut out the valve. We start below the valve. We're going to replace this 1/2-inch ball valve with a new one because of the corrosion. But you always want to cut out beneath the valve first so you have the ability to shut it off because it's still working. We just want to be able to replace it. So that way we can make sure that we can control the water flow when it comes out. Make sure you put tension on that cutting wheel. Always put those guide wheels on first. There we go. That's disconnected. We're already open, so we know we're good. I'm going to cut a little higher now. There we go. All ready for the new valve. Grab a piece of Santa cloth. With ProPress, you don't have to necessarily clean if it's newer pipe, but you want to make sure you get those barbs off. Take your ball valve, fit it on, make sure it's pushed all the way on, and then mark your depth. It's important that you always mark your depth so that you know when you're all the way on, that when you push this on, you're totally fit into place. You can turn this valve off. Grab the ProPress gun. Put the jaws right on the link. Make sure you push that up. Get it where you want it, nice and straight. And pull the trigger. Oop, turn it on.